Our strategy, it's hard.
Good game, MP.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
See you, MP. Man, MP.
That new commercial with Kawhi is fire.
What's up, MP?
MP, you got that look in your eye tonight. You better watch out.
And both sides on the floor getting ready for the game ahead, and it's almost that time. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA in all its excitement. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analysts Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Andre Drummond.
And he's experiencing a very cold stretch of shooting over the past 5 games. His field goal percentage has suffered. He's been much more tentative, playing with doubt instead of confidence.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Dillingham in at the 1 spot. And for the Lakers, we've got Luka Doncic. Austin Reeves out there with the eraser. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Collins in at the 5, down low. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. Randall outside. Inside, here's Dillingham. Great defense that time from the eraser. MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And the first one drops. Vanderbilt hits them both. Dillingham with it. Pass to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. And here's Gobert. He's guarded by Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Dillingham. No good with the triple. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Here's Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert is going to be terrific on the glass.
Doncic, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
Free throw good, Edwards. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And Edwards drops them both. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
The eraser, it's good from long range. The eraser's got 6 points. You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And, Kevin, something we'd only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 8.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Edwards. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Dillingham wide open, and he fires. Connects from 3-point range.
You see the work Anthony Edwards has put in on his decision-making. That's a pretty...
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Handle outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Doncic. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's the eraser with the drive.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
on the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Dillingham. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
Now, we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. It's Randle with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
We know that Julius Randle loves to put it on the deck. Off the dribble drive, boy, he can be tough to deal with.
Pass to Doncic. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target. Doncic has got his third bucket of the night.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Outside Edwards. McDaniels finds Randle over Doncic. Randle with the bucket.
Well, the effectiveness of Julius Randle, wherever he is on the floor, the mid-range, one of those tools in the toolbox.
Pass to Reeves. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Timberwolves trail by 20. Here's Dillingham. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And yes, it's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Dillingham with the bucket.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
Here's the eraser. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. The eraser's got 15.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
And here's Edwards from the arc. The rebound by the eraser.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Reeves. The shot will not fall.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Pass to Doncic. Floats one. Great D that time from Edwards.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
A shot by McDaniels, no good. Lakers leading by 20. To the paint, here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
John Collins has tremendous vertical showing off right there.
The eraser passes to Collins. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 11 points in the game. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Lakers. James comes in for Austin Reeves. Lock at 6. Randle passes to McConnell. Good on the bucket.
Every year, it seems like Randle's playing with more awareness. Now, that's why you can now run the offense through him.
Pass to Drummond. James in the high post. Here's the eraser. Drills the three-pointer. The eraser's got 18 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And here is James. Here's Doncic. And he makes good on the layup.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, hard time shooting the rock in that one, but they also didn't give themselves the best looks.
I think even when you get quality looks, there was an inability to stay consistent. It is hard to win on a cold shooting night in today's NBA. The scoring is just too good.
And he gets it to go.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And the dunk by Doncic.
It does not happen too often, but boy, when Luka gets the opportunity to throw it down, he relishes it.
Here's Randall. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Collins. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Royce O'Neal comes in for Collins. And Middleton subbed in for Doncic. Here's the eraser. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Here's James. And James throws it down hard.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And here's Randall. He has 5. Pass to Powell. And stolen by James. By himself. And James throws it down.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Powell, the pass to Randall. Shoots over O'Neal. Offensive rebound. Pass to De Silva. Here's McConnell. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him. Edwards, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's the eraser. He's got 18. There's a minute left in the first quarter. Lays it up and banks it in. The eraser's got 20 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Edwards kicks to Powell. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. The eraser's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Puts up a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to De Silva. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Here's the eraser. It'll count. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, T.J. McConnell is out there with Edwards. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's De Silva in at the power forward position. Los Angeles has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the eraser in the last matchup against Memphis was dominant. He finished with 64 points, and what a game it was, posting a triple-double. He put on a show. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Collins checked in for Andre Drummond, and Vanderbilt subbed in for O'Neal.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
What a night for John Collins. This guy is so skilled, and when he's rolling, the defense has to feel a little bit helpless.
Knocked loose, and another steal for him.
The steals just don't end with him, and now he has a good look at the season record.
The instincts, the tenacity he has shown on the defensive end all season long is awe-inspiring. Pass to Powell. From downtown, rebound the Lakers. The Erasers got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Lays it up off the glass. The Erasers got 7 points here in this quarter. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Powell. The Lakers with the rebound. And he lobs it toward the rim, and the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Powell against Middleton. Powell, the pass to McConnell. Here's Edwards. It's tipped. Here's the eraser. He's covered by McConnell. Lets the three fly, and he sinks it from deep. Three-pointer good from the eraser. The eraser's got 30.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Edwards kicks to Powell. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
Collins, good.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
For Los Angeles, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That free throw, no good. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Doncic is checked in for the Lakers. Here's Powell. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Outside Edwards.
Get the perimeter.
Minnesota again turning it over. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at the Lakers, they've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And of course the Timberwolves, a few slots below them.
I think for Minnesota, they haven't been the dominant force lately that we've kind of come to expect. They're still going to be a factor, though, in the postseason.
Mason, he checked in for Los Angeles. Shake Milton comes in for James. And Edwards with the stuff.
Man, that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact, doesn't bother him.
Lobbed up there for Collins. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Just tremendous recognition from Collins there. Sees an opportunity to be a target at the rim, and his teammate puts it on time.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Dillingham. Gets that one to drop, bumping him up to 3 for 10.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Doncic feeling it out. Good on the three-point shot. Doncic has got 6 in the quarter.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Gobert the pass to Edwards. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
What a response from Anthony Edwards. If you make a three, he wants to come right back at you.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Outside Edwards. This one for 3. The rebound by the Eraser. The Eraser's got 15 rebounds here tonight. To the inside. Here's Mason. Out to Doncic. Launches it. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Now, this is what makes Luka so special. He's so unpredictable.
Here's Dillingham. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The Eraser's got his 16th rebound on the night.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Collins passes to the Eraser. And Dillingham over to help. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic. Again, Los Angeles.
This guy is an absolute machine. Luka Doncic keeping his foot on the gas and giving the defense everything they can handle.
Another miss by Minnesota.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And finished off by Collins.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Pass to Dillingham. Collins against Gobert.
Get outside, get outside.
Now Dillingham. There's the pick. Looking to end the run. Collins grabs the miss.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Ooh, that's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Pass to Collins. Here's the Eraser. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And he gets the bucket. Collins has got 10 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Gobert with it. Now Dillingham. Now here's Edwards. He's got 11. From deep. That shot, no good.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Pass to Mason. Here's the Eraser. Wants to get it to Collins and does. And the shot goes in. Collins has got 25 points in the game.
Yeah, John Collins, tremendous body control because the contact was there. He just doesn't allow it to bother him.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here now is the 2K leaderboard. Over the past month, these teams have tortured opponents defensively. The Lakers #1.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
Randall's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. Pass to Dillingham. From past the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Dillingham's got 11 points.
He nailed 2 from distance in the opening period. Now gets this one.
Here's the eraser. He's got 32. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Drains it from beyond the arc. And he has 28 points for the game. Powell with it. Now McDaniels, still without a basket. Jacks up a 3. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Mason, and he banks in the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Timberwolves shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%. Down low. Here's McDaniels. Nice D from Doncic. Takes the 3. Sinks the triple. Doncic has got 31.
And he is having an unbelievable game from three-point range. How long can he keep this up?
And it's good, 2 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Off target from outside. And Randall has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. It's hard to believe, but Luka Doncic is still in his mid-20s. Doris, does he even have a ceiling?
That is the question, Kevin, and I'm not sure he does, because in the first part of his career, he's been all NBA consistently, and we're talking first team multiple times. He's averaged over 30 in a season. I don't think there is a ceiling, Kevin.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked out, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. Here's Randall. Rebound the Lakers. The Eraser's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Another possession, another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McDaniels with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Gobert. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Randall no good. Up in time. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Los Angeles Lakers. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to goal. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Yeah, they came in with the right approach, and the execution, spectacular. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
So it's the Lakers now. Luka Doncic out there with Jared Vanderbilt. And it's the eraser. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Collins in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Dillingham, no good. Here's the eraser. No good on the 3. The Timberwolves shooting a low 30% right now, an ugly offensive performance. And there's the call on the eraser. That's his first foul. Here is Edwards. Pass to Dillingham. Puts the move on. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's the eraser. Trains the three-pointer. The eraser's got the first points of the second half here for Los Angeles.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Vanderbilt finds Collins. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Stay on here. Randall outside. Here's Edwards. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Gobert with a screen on Reeves. In the corner, Dillingham with it. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
The eraser shot's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. For 3, Edwards. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And here's Reeves outside. Nailed from three-point land. Reeves has got 8.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Edwards passes to Randall. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. 6 to shoot. Pass to McDaniels to stop the run. He doesn't hit that one. Collins with some nice D. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. The shot by the eraser. No good.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if he can get an easy opportunity.
And just willing to take chances defensively pays off in a transition basket.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
Here's Dillingham. 13 points in the game. Pass to Edwards. Now Dillingham. Now here's Randall. Launches a three. Lakers with the rebound. Collins has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And that one drops for him. Vanderbilt's got 6 in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And stolen by Dillingham. And there's the call on the eraser. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Lakers. Chris Middleton comes in for Luka Doncic. Randall outside. To the wing on the left. Gobert with a screen on Vanderbilt. Randall passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim, he ends a huge run by the Lakers.
Here's the eraser. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
The tray. Here's Drummond. Gobert with the defensive effort. The Timberwolves shooting 27%. The offense is just embarrassing themselves. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Vanderbilt. Here's Los Angeles now. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Drops in the tray. Middleton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Pass to McDaniels. And here's Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Lets a floater go. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Anthony Edwards is a load to handle as a defender. This guy's got the frame and the skill to make it very difficult.
Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. And a change for the Timberwolves. Powell, he's checked in for McDaniels. He's off on the second.
There is so much to love about Anthony Edwards. He is one of the most skilled young basketball players in the league, but he also happens to be quite charismatic.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
And if you foul Middleton in the act, you may as well chalk the point up. He's always been a very consistent free throw shooter.
And here is Powell. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Powell sets a screen for Randall. His three-pointers off the mark.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
The Eraser's shot's good. The Eraser's got 42 in the game.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Now Dillingham. He's got 13. Powell, no one around him, knocks down the 3-ball. Powell's got 6 points in the quarter.
Powell can really shoot it from 3. That's a great possession for this team.
And stolen by Dillingham. To the middle, wants to get it to Randall and does. Good on the 7-footer. Randall's got 7.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's the Eraser. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
James, the pass to the eraser. Back to James. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Lets it go with a three. And another three for the Lakers.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
It's Powell on the wing. Defended by Middleton. Clock at 4. Gobert with a screen on Middleton. Powell for three. Rebounded by the Lakers. Here's the eraser. He has 45 points. Here's O'Neal. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Powell. Dillingham with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Powell against Middleton. Dillingham with it. He's got 13. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Lakers. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit treys. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Now here's Gobert. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Yes, that goes in. Gobert's got 4 this quarter.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
The eraser passes to Middleton. Takes a three. Here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Pass to Mason. O'Neal inside. He's defended by Randall. O'Neal sets the screen for James. Shoots the three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Timberwolves shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. And here's McConnell. He has 5. Pass to De Silva. Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer, Randall. The rebound by the eraser. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Waters. He's covered by McConnell. Mason dishes to James. And another three for the Lakers.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Ball's not nabbing another steal.
His march towards history continues with that steal.
Well, Greg, now he is tied for the most steals in a season. You can't begin to describe his impact on defense. The Timberwolves shooting a low 30% mark from the field. McConnell scanning the floor. Powell against James. Inside, Diabate.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Pass to James. Mason with a screen on Powell. And here's James outside. And another three for the Lakers.
How about the range on that jump shot? I love seeing this guy when he's in form.
Randall with a screen for McConnell. Puts up a deep three. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Los Angeles on top, just dominating this one. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Los Angeles. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Minnesota, Edwards is out there with TJ McConnell. Then there's Powell. And it's De Silva in at the 4 slot. Here's Edwards. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Great D that time from Edwards. Timberwolves on offense. Powell kicks to McConnell. Pass to Powell. Three-pointer. The Lakers with the rebound. Here's the eraser. That one goes in. The eraser's got 47 points.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Outside Edwards. McConnell sets a screen for Edwards. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
The eraser. No good on the triple. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Royce O'Neal.
Well, using the play to move the defense to his team's advantage. Go ahead, Norman Powell. Pretty pass.
Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's the eraser. Beyond the arc. Powell pulls it in. And so Powell will bring it up for Minnesota. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. The three. That one misses. LA's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's the eraser. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Lets it go from deep. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
McConnell kicks to Powell. We've heard some players, Doris, propose that refs should be fined for missed calls, especially with the game on the line. What do you think?
Kevin, I couldn't disagree more. First and foremost, the level of accountability for NBA officials is unprecedented. And keep in mind, there is discipline for high-profile mistakes and mistakes of all kinds. Every single game, every single call is evaluated, and you see their progression in terms of, yes, they'll officiate in the playoffs, or no, they won't. We are right where we need to be.
Shepard's checked in for the Lakers. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Dillingham's checked in. Clock at 6. Pass to De Silva. And the 3 off target. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's the eraser. Again, what an avalanche!
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Now here's Powell. He's guarded by Diallo. Can they get it? And it's blocked. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Los Angeles on D. Now Powell, 5 to shoot. Diabate, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Here's the eraser. And he's good on the 3-ball. The eraser's got 55.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
There's the triple. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Well, Doris, both you and I have been covering this NBA for a few years. Just a few years. What do you think of the direction of the league right now?
Just a couple, Kevin. I love it. The league is faster, it's longer, it's more skilled. Scoring is up. There's a crop of young stars. I think the league is in such an exciting place.
Pass to the eraser. Drummond a screen. Connects again.
And what's another 60-burger to him? I mean, you can almost expect it from him at this point.
And he is now within distance of the most 60-point games in a single season. He could do it. Edwards, no good.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Mason, the pass to the eraser. Good, another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident.
He swipes the ball away again.
Well, we've seen it all year long. His active hands and intuition resulting in a new single-season record for steals, breaking his own previous mark.
You know, it's really uncanny. Just seeing how easily he seems to be able to pick them clean, get in their pocket and steal the ball. The sleight of hand, miraculous to behold. Minnesota calls timeout. Chris Middleton's checked in for Diallo. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Powell finds Gobert. Doris, we're in the world now of super agencies, which consolidate player representation. What do you think?
Kev, I think obviously it gives some more power to the players because of the bargaining leverage. But for player movement, does it give more power to the big market teams? We're going to have to watch this unfold.
Mason for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Dillingham with it. Pass to Powell. Fires the 3. A rebound by the Lakers. Drummond's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Nabbing another steal.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end. The 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love
Yes. Goodness.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Drummond with a screen on Powell. For three, Middleton. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Powell, the pass to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
Pass to Middleton. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Middleton for three, and the Lakers hit again from deep.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Now Dillingham, outside Edwards. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Drills it from outside.
Slippery play by Middleton. Comes off the pick and goes on the offensive.
Randall outside. There's the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Randall's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Here's Shepherd. Down low, Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Drummond, a huge target rolling to the rim.
Dillingham with it. Randall outside. To the paint. Wants to get it to Edwards and does. Comes up empty down low. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Shepherd, that's good.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
And the Lakers making a change here. Waters is checked in, and a change for the Timberwolves. McDaniels, he's checked in for Norman Powell. 1:36 left in the fourth. Now here's Middleton. Drummond in the post. Gobert on him. And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist by Middleton.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And you can hardly say this win surprised anyone with the season these guys have put together. Win after win all year long. What a record-breaking year this team has put together. A season for the record books. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the eraser.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Randall has got excellent handle, so you have to respect him off the dribble jive.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Waters. Edwards defending. The eraser passes to Middleton. Again, the Lakers.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And the basket by Waters.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
MP, you're a menace to these opposing teams, man.
Really enjoyed it.
Jen saying she's having second thoughts, that the talking points don't align with her core value. Too player-centric? Yeah, exactly. They don't feature any team-specific ones. You think Jen was clear about the target for that? The subject line of the email is team team up. What's there going to do?
Good teams win games like these.